don't got no enemies. I ain't got no issues. I don't want no enemies. I don't want no issues. I just want peace. I just want joy, and I just want freedom. I love my freedom.
Why a man leaves his wife or files for divorce. Number one is another woman pushing him to do it, okay? Or number two is something real foul went down.
Oh my God, her hair looks like,
So, Jeannie Mai's worst fear just came true after Jeezy finally snapped and exposed the real reason behind their shocking divorce. Reports suggest there's now private evidence and messages that reveal a hidden connection between Jeannie and Mario Lopez, and the situation is spiraling fast. For months, Jeannie tried to shape the public narrative, painting Jeezy as the villain. But fans are now seeing a completely different story unfold. The truth is starting to come out, and it looks like Jeannie may not have been as innocent as she wanted everyone to believe. Now, people are asking the big question: did Jeezy just reach his breaking point, or was he quietly preparing to reveal everything all along? One thing's for sure, this story is far from over, and the next move could change everything.
Jeannie Mai was trying to keep her marriage together. But when Jeannie Mai realized that she was losing the battle in the court of public opinion, when she realized that Jeezy was dead serious about getting not only joint custody, but possibly primary custody of their child, she had to go into damage control, and she is now accusing him of she posted a picture, I'm not going to show y'all the picture, of her, I guess her foot, and she claims that he did something to her foot, not her face, but her foot.
Before we even dive into the messy details of Jeezy and Jeannie Mai's divorce and everything that followed, we have to go back to the exact moment fans realized that Jeezy was done for good. That moment wasn't a rumor or speculation. It was caught on camera during his interview on The Breakfast Club, when Jeezy was asked what life after marriage was like and if he had any regrets. His answer completely stunned everyone watching. He didn't sound angry, bitter, or resentful. Instead, he spoke with calm confidence, saying that he felt great and finally free from the marriage. Jeezy explained that he was happy to be focusing on himself and no longer dealing with negativity. And then he dropped the line that everyone couldn't stop talking about: "I'm putting myself first at all costs." That one sentence said everything. It was raw, powerful, and final. In that moment, fans could see it in his eyes. Jeezy was done trying, done fighting, and ready to move on with his life for good.
I'm all about understanding. I'm all about what's best for everybody.
yeah.
The greater good. And it just like, I'm just telling you, like, my life, right, I tell myself this every day, like, man, this is amazing. I don't got no enemies. I ain't got no issues. I don't want no enemies. I don't want no issues. I just want peace. I just want joy, and I just want freedom. I love my freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love it. Like, you just talked about, I came up here independently. I just called, like, I'm going to the Breakfast Club. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got to check in. I ain't got to talk to no label. I ain't got to do nothing. Shout out to Def Jam, love y'all. But it's just like, freedom and ownership is everything. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're talking art, you're talking culture, you're talking your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've worked hard my whole life. This is a season of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting myself first at all costs. You know what I'm saying?
So, when rumors started spreading a few weeks ago that Jeezy had finally reached his breaking point and decided to expose the truth about his marriage to Jeannie Mai, it didn't take much for fans to believe. Reports began circulating that Jeezy had discovered something shocking about Jeannie's alleged connection with her colleague Mario Lopez, and insiders claimed that what he found left him heartbroken. Sources close to the situation said Jeezy came across private messages that completely changed how he viewed his marriage. Still, he wasn't ready to give up at first. He reportedly hoped Jeannie would come clean and that they could somehow fix things. But when more proof surfaced from an anonymous source, it became clear that the damage was done. Jeezy and Jeannie had only been married for about 2 years, yet Jeezy knew he couldn't stay any longer. He reached his breaking point and decided it was time to walk away for good, even though Jeezy was devastated. Deep down, he admitted to himself that the signs were there all along. He just chose to ignore them. That realization hit him like a punch to the gut. Fans started revisiting Jeannie's old interviews and social media moments, and the patterns suddenly made sense. One particular moment that resurfaced was a controversial clip from The Real, where Jeannie made comments about dating preferences that left her co-hosts visibly uncomfortable. You could see the tension in the room. And when Tamar Braxton called her out, Jeannie immediately became defensive. Looking back now, fans can't help but connect the dots. It's becoming clearer by the day that what once looked like a picture-perfect marriage was hiding more cracks than anyone realized. And Jeezy's calm but powerful decision to move on might just be his most revealing move yet.
You dated black guys.
Loved black guys. Yeah. I did. But for me, dark meat on the side, white keeps me mean and lean. You know, that's why I married white man. That's what I like.
Hold up. What do you mean, dark meat on the
Because she lightweight offensive. I am
No,
going
I'm
to
not.
hush.
I'm saying I really do think black men are attractive. I do. Like that's my.
Well, what do you mean, dark meat on the side?
That means, honey.
That's
You know what that means.
Wait, what are you reading it as?
Ain't nobody. How did you say it?
I'm just saying, like, when I think about men, I like dark men. I do.
Right, you like your main man to be white and your side piece
that is not what I mean.
Jeannie, explain what you mean.
Okay,
what you
what
meant.
I meant is like I used to date black men. Okay, I think they're attractive. But what I decided to stick to because it just kept me happiest was my man Freddie, who happens to be white.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
That old clip didn't just age badly, it now feels like eerie. Foreshadowing for everything that would eventually unfold between Jeannie, Mai, and Jeezy. What once seemed like a casual conversation has now become a defining moment in their story. One that fans look back on and say, the signs were there all along. When the clip resurfaced, social media exploded. Fans dragged Jeannie for her comments, and even longtime supporters admitted that the moment hit differently after seeing how her marriage ended. One comment that went viral said it best. She didn't even understand how bad that sounded until someone had to explain it to her. That single observation summed up what so many viewers were thinking, that there was always a disconnect. Something that didn't quite add up between her public image and the reality of her relationship with Jeezy. Dad, as people began revisiting Jeannie's old interviews, social media posts, and talk show clips, a new pattern started to emerge. The subtle things she said, the way she carried herself, and the tone she used when speaking about relationships and identity, it all started to paint a picture of someone who may have been struggling to fully understand her partner's world. Fans began speculating that the relationship had deeper issues from the very start, not necessarily because of one big incident, but because of differences in values, lifestyle, and perspective that slowly drove them apart. By the time Jeezy sat down for his interview and spoke about putting himself first, it became clear that he had made peace with his decision long before the public even knew what was going on. His calm demeanor said everything. He wasn't angry, he wasn't bitter, he was just done. Looking back, that old clip now feels like a warning sign that no one paid attention to. It hinted at the imbalance in their dynamic. The tension that fans can now see was quietly building for years. And as more people revisit their story, many believe Jeezy's quiet strength and decision to walk away wasn't a reaction, it was liberation. After years of trying to hold things together, he finally chose himself. And that's what truly shocked everyone watching.
Saying it for me.
But he's
what are you
never
gonna
said
do?
anything. He's never said
No,
anything.
I've heard him say to people, I wouldn't mind having children, and I do love children. I know it's a little.
Wanna, come on, you can put one out for him.
Lonnie, Lonnie, no.
One's not gonna hurt. We'll help you take care of it. We'll give it to Aiden. Aiden will help.
You guys.
So everyone was stunned when, just a year after finalizing her divorce, Jeannie Mai suddenly appeared with a new man. None other than Jeezy. And this wasn't some casual rebound or short-term fling. Their relationship escalated fast. Within a year of meeting, they were already engaged, and fans couldn't believe how quickly everything was moving. Under normal circumstances, that might have been seen as a whirlwind romance. But for Jeannie, who had previously said she wasn't ready to settle down again, it felt like a complete 180 when she was asked about the sudden change. Jeannie simply explained that both she and Jeezy were adults in their late 30s who knew what they wanted and didn't see any reason to wait. But fans weren't entirely convinced. They remembered her past statements about wanting independence and not being ready for another marriage. And for many, it came off as confusing, maybe even contradictory. For a while, everything seemed perfect. In the 2 years they were together, Jeannie and Jeezy appeared to defy the odds. Their chemistry looked effortless, and their social media pages were filled with smiling photos, affectionate captions, and family moments that melted hearts. Jeannie often shared clips of their life together, especially after the birth of their baby, showing a softer, more nurturing side that fans hadn't seen before. To outsiders, they looked like a couple who had it all: success, family, and happiness. But as it turns out, what fans were seeing online was only part of the story. Behind those beautiful pictures and loving words, cracks were starting to form. Cracks that would eventually grow into something neither of them could hide anymore.
I want to thank you for my family. God, I want to thank you for my food. And God, thank you because my daddy made the New York Times bestsellers list.
But just when Jeannie and Jeezy were about to celebrate their 2-year anniversary, fans started to notice that something felt different. Jeezy wasn't showing up in Jeannie's social media posts as much anymore. And when he did, the chemistry that once seemed effortless suddenly looked forced. The smiles didn't quite reach their eyes, and the energy between them felt distant. Looking back now, it seems that this was the point when things quietly began to shift behind the scenes. People close to the couple hinted that there were growing tensions and emotional distance, though neither of them spoke about it publicly. Around that same time, fans also began speculating about Jeannie's growing closeness with television host Mario Lopez. Since the two often appeared together on camera, to the public, their interactions seemed professional and friendly. But after Jeezy and Jeannie's split became official, many fans went back and rewatched those moments with new curiosity. One clip in particular caught attention, a segment where Mario was holding Jeannie and Jeezy's daughter during an interview. A scene that once looked sweet and innocent, but later sparked online discussion about how different things had become. What seemed like a perfect partnership from the outside was clearly changing, and fans could sense that the fairy tale image was beginning to fade. Things took a shocking turn when rumors began circulating about growing tension behind the scenes of Jeezy and Jeannie's marriage. What fans once thought was a picture-perfect relationship started to unravel fast. According to reports, Jeezy began noticing messages and interactions that made him question Jeannie's loyalty and intentions. While no one knows exactly what was said or when things changed, insiders suggested that Jeezy's decision to file for divorce came after months of emotional distance and private disagreements. Once the news broke, both sides began telling their own version of the story. Jeannie appeared heartbroken, claiming the separation came as a complete shock, while Jeezy maintained that he had reached a point where reconciliation was no longer possible. In the middle of the chaos, public opinion split. Some defended Jeannie, while others sided with Jeezy, believing he had been holding in his frustration for too long. Court filings revealed that Jeezy requested joint custody of their daughter, showing that his main concern was protecting his child and moving forward peacefully. As statements from both camps surfaced, the situation got even more complicated. Each side accused the other of painting a false picture in the media, and fans were left trying to make sense of what was true. Jeezy's public statement emphasized his commitment to truth, integrity, and fatherhood, while Jeannie continued to focus on healing and protecting her peace. Friends close to the couple hinted that the pressure of fame, career differences, and emotional disconnect might have contributed to the breakdown, not just one single event. And that's when the story started taking on a life of its own online. Former colleagues and even celebrities like Tamar Braxton began weighing in, with Tamar hinting that there was more to the story than people knew. Whatever the truth is, one thing became clear: this wasn't just another Hollywood breakup. It was a messy, emotional unraveling that showed how quickly love, fame, and trust can collide in the public eye.
The reasons why a man leaves his wife or files for divorce. Number one is another woman pushing him to do it, okay? Or number two is something real foul went down. You think that was in love? I feel so bad for her.
Yeah,
I do.
Well, we don't.
Now, Jeannie has gone completely quiet since the rumors started swirling. No statements, no interviews, no live streams, just silence. And honestly, that silence is speaking louder than any post she could make. Fans are reading it as a sign that something big might really be happening behind the scenes. Her brand was built on confidence, charm, and having it all together. But now that image seems to be slipping fast. The once perfect TV persona is being questioned, and the internet is waiting to see what her next move will be. Will she speak out and clear the air? Or will the story continue to spiral without her? Meanwhile, people online are also watching how others connected to her name handle the fallout. One thing's for sure, this chapter has changed how the public sees her, and bouncing back from this kind of media storm won't be easy.